And it's always a delight knowing you're there. Compliments of the season. The program is Agriculture in Focus. Agriculture in Focus is a production of Part Agro Media. Part Agro Media is all about advancing food security and agribusiness. On today's episode of the program, we will be looking at coconut production. But before that, as always, we'll go to the streets and find out from Nigerians what their basic knowledge of coconut production is like. After that, we will bring you our interview segment as we've always done. After the interview segment, some news that you can use will be brought your way by Abigail Stowe. I will eventually hand you over to Timmy Simpson for Common Sense Agriculture. Common Sense Agriculture is that part of the program where I usually wouldn't let the cat out of the bag. Why? Because I want you to make sense of same for yourself. The show will come to a close with Trending Fields. Trending Fields is that aspect of the program where we look at what's out there in the world of the social media and agriculture, as it were. All you need to do is sit back, relax, because I assure you that the next 25 minutes will be worth your while.
Well, when you first say coconut, I remember oil because I'm in the catering line. So I do a lot of cooking and baking. So I make use of the oil a lot. And also the fruit itself. I love coconuts. I think that's one of the advantages I have. I have the trees in my place, so I enjoy it even when it's out of season. So if there is more awareness about it, I think more people will move into it, because right now everybody's doing healthy living. So I'm sure more people will want to go into it.
The coconut itself, I know people use it as snacks. People use it to eat. And then the water inside the coconut, people use it as a lubricant for their skins. I know the oil, people use it for skin. Then even the chaff, the chaff from the coconut, a lot of people use it to make fire. For economic purposes, I don't think we'll be able to tap deep into using coconut to expand on our economic value.
What comes to my mind when I hear the word coconut is fragrance, flavor, beauty, and wellness. Fragrance in the sense that a lot of perfumes, a lot of products, beauty products are made out of perfume, and they have very beautiful fragrance. Flavors, we have food, we have pastries, we have ice creams that have coconut flavors that are very lovely. And then wellness, we have natural supplements that are made out of coconuts that are very good for the body and our health. Coconut is part of my regular intake.
And it's always a delight knowing you're there. The program is Agriculture in Focus. Welcome to the interview segment. As it were, we will be looking at coconut farming. Coconut comes with a lot. I can assure you that it should actually form your next trust as far as investment in agriculture is concerned. My guest is Emeka
Ugwoeje.
Anyway, compliments of the season.
Thank you.
That's the first time I'm coming across your surname.
It's fine.
Well, you happen to be the publicity secretary of the National Association of Coconut Growers. Tell us a bit about your association.
NACOPMAN, as we are called, that's the acronym, or National Coconut Producers, Processors and Marketers Association of Nigeria. We are an umbrella body in Nigeria saddled with the responsibility to oversee coconut activities in the industry. We were kind of born about 5 years ago.
Interesting.
Yes, by the Federal Ministry of Trade and Investment, as well as Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. The whole idea is to get all stakeholders in the coconut industry in Nigeria to come under one umbrella to just have a better performance in the industry.
How widespread is this body?
All right, to start with, coconut is viable in about 32 states in Nigeria, including a good number of states in the north. We don't we no longer preach coconut as a southern thing in the sense that it is where the rains are more predominant. So coconuts can actually grow in a good number of states in the north.
Is it because of hybrid variants, as it were?
Not that. It is more about understanding farming. We are beginning to know exactly what coconut needs. So once you are able to, for example, which is basic, manage your water supply for your coconuts, it's a great deal.
You know, from a personal standpoint, I want to find out from you, as a young Nigerian, what actually tailored your thoughts towards investing in that sector?
Well, to start with, I've used coconut oil on my hair and skin for well over 30 years. So it's the business idea came after university days when we started looking at the benefits. So when we started seeing that there are health benefits attached to it, I had a diabetic dad who later passed, but we saw the gains around coconuts and some of these degenerative diseases. So that drew my interest and I got into the business.
All right. I would still want to find out from you, for those who are watching us and would want to invest in coconut production, let's call it that. Let's begin from there.
Yeah.
What would your advice be to them?
All right. So it's an investment that is huge. It's great. It requires a lot of patience, but it truly outlives the investor. So you plant coconuts today, you don't reap from it in its max for maybe 4 or 5 years before you start getting your returns on investment, but it will surely continue on the upward move for well over 60, 70 years.
As it were, after planting, does it need a lot of attention? Because it's a tree that I know grows and just tends to grow. Does it need a lot of attention? Does it need a lot of tendering?
At the starting point, it needs a lot of attention. Everything and everybody loves coconuts, for example. So you put coconut seedlings into the ground, the termites, ants, all manner of things go for it because it's sweet. You need a lot of technical know-how, some level of expertise, skills to make sure that you are engaging in the best global practice around planting coconuts.
You know, where can I get this expertise from, supposing I'm truly interested?
Okay, well, that's one of the reasons that Ministry of Trade and Investment and Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development have insisted that we have associations. So you have the best recommendation of finished coconut products from our association and their members and our members. You have the best set of seedlings, best set of seed nuts. I mean, where you have them guaranteed. I mean, anybody can sell anything.
Share your thoughts with me. If I were to have a plantation, can I plant other plants in between?
Oh, excellent. We call that intercropping, where while you're waiting for your gestation period, 4 or 5 years, you can intercrop with some other cover crops and still have some mini return on investment while waiting.
You know, I will want to find out from you, when it comes to cost, I have probably like an acre, and I want to invest into coconut production. Factor in what the possible cost is for me. And this is for the sake of the person watching who might just be interested in, going into this area.
Right. So for a hectare of land, you will have not less than 198 trees. We say for a land not close to water source, no river, no borehole, no nothing. So we look at such and say you will be needing about a 5 million naira to from start to the third year. By the third year, we expect that the coconuts have formed necessary umbrellas, and those umbrellas may at that point reduce the need for intercropping. So then you are waiting for, because right about then it starts fruiting, but it hits its maximum point of production, not less than 200 coconuts a year.
That's right.
Yeah, and that's by the fourth and fifth year. So we estimate about 5 million. That includes the borehole possibly, that includes the farm staff, the seedlings, the farm inputs. With all this, with your 5 million naira investment within 3 years, you are sure to begin to reap your return on investment from the fourth year.
I'll want to find out from you, how best can coconut be marketed?
All right, so
And if the market is available.
very well. So, that's why we have an association of producers, which is the farmer, the processor, and the marketer. In all the levels, we still have the marketing. Those who are marketing, they're marketing the commodity, and those who are marketing the finished product. So, it's all driven by demand. So, we talk about food, we'll talk about the cosmetic value of the finished product, we'll talk about health. Then we talk about all other uses that you may come up with, all the associated coconut products.
Just hold your thoughts there. We'll take a short break. When we return, we'll talk about its variants and all these uses you're talking about. I have been speaking with Mr. Emeka Ugwoeje, who is a coconut processor.
Yeah.
I'll keep it at that. We'll be back shortly. The program is Agriculture in Focus.
The world is talking about regenerative agriculture.
Agility alone can be a great source of revenue.
You're most welcome back. The program is Agriculture in Focus, where advancing food security and agribusiness remains our mainstay. Before we went on break, you had started talking about everything that comes with coconut. You did talk about health benefits.
To start with, basic. You pick coconuts, crunchy parts, the endosperm, and we chew the whitish substance. So that's the general fruit food chewing stuff. So, but when it's processed, it has the oil, it has the coconut flour, it has the coconut candy, and the likes. So we have the use for the oil, for example, for food. We have the use for the oil, for example, for health reasons. So coconut oil is one of the healthiest oil you can ingest. I mean, what people have used coconut oil for spans around cosmetics, massage, therapeutic activities, and more. But we preach ingestion of coconuts. I'll just take one. The health benefits of coconut oil is such. The chemical structure of coconut oil allows the human body to easily break it down. So the beauty in what we call saturated fats like coconut oil, our palm oil is excellent, olive oil, palm kernel oil. Now they all belong to the saturated fats. They are far from most of the vegetable oils we have on our shelves. So, but they may be more expensive, obviously, because they are virgin in their nature. We call them virgin, meaning they are non-RBD. RBD is refined, so they are non-refined. Okay. They are non-bleached. They are non-deodorized. So if you have such oils, I can always tell you to go for them.
I'm aware of the fact that at the recent Coconut Fair, you won an award for being innovative. Share your thoughts with me. Where did this innovation come from that gave you this award?
Okay, that's been the latest feather on our cap, and we're very excited about it. We were given the award for Best Innovative Coconut Processor of the Year. And recently, we engaged in waste to wealth, and we said it's time we brought out a new product, and we took our shells, and then we convert shells to charcoal. And the charcoal is used for a lot of domestic, medicinal, and cosmetic uses. Okay. So this could be one out of a few other reasons why we were nominated for that award.
As we prepare to round up, I want to find out from you, talking about the value chain, because this is something that is pretty new.
Yeah.
But it's actually old, because coconut plantations have been with us for a very long time.
All right. So, what the slogan we have in SFK Coconut Nigeria Limited is "Back to Life," and it hinges on what you just said. Coconut products, a good number of people look at it as new. For example, the charcoal is an ancient technology or ancient product. So the values are there, the beauties are there, the benefits are there, the health it brings to our society. I mean, my wife, for example, for many weeks have tried all manner of things to just manage a toothache. But there's an ancient practice that she did, which is called oil pulling. And one of the best oils to use for that oil pulling through the mouth is coconut oil. She used it about 20 minutes, swishing, pour it out, and then the pain is gone. And I was just wondering, have we been with this for many years? We haven't known that it is a huge remedy to toothache. So I can also imagine that some people who have lived many years, decades, or centuries ago knew this.
So, lastly, as it were, I will want to find out from you, how interested do you think anyone should get into coconut production?
I can tell you that we've been talking with a lot of people. A lot of people have also come to us, both as an individual, SFK Coconut Nigeria Limited, and as an association. And we have a good number of people coming in to tap in the opportunities in the industry.
Emeka, thank you so much for your
Thank you
time.
too.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you very much.
I will now hand you over to the good hands of Abigail Stowe for some news that you can use.
Thank you and welcome to the new segment of Agriculture in Focus. The Chairman, Senate Committee on Agricultural Production, Services and Rural Development, Senator Saliu Mustafa, has advocated for increased allocation for the agricultural sector in the 2024 budget in order to propel economic prosperity of the country. The sum of 362.9 billion naira has been proposed as the 2024 agriculture budget. Nestle Nigerian PLC is sourcing 100% of its grains locally and investing in young agricultural entrepreneurs to nurture the next generation of agricultural leaders and address the challenge of the aging agricultural workforce for a more sustainable food system. In a related development, Leventis Foundation, Nigeria, has graduated over 147 young farmers from the Foundation's Agricultural Training School in Abuja, with a call by its Executive Director, Dr. Hope Useta, for government increased assistance to farmers and young graduates in the sector. And now, from the global scene. With the end of the United Nations Climate Summit COP28, more than $7.1 billion has been mobilized in new funding commitments for climate action on food, while 152 countries have signed a historic agreement to include food and agriculture in their future plans to tackle climate change. For the first time in the event history, agriculture took a center stage. A non-governmental organization, Rainforest Alliance, has partnered with some cooperative societies affiliated to Guso Coffee Farmers Cooperative Union to boost coffee production in Kenya and increase farmers' earnings. Regional Director of the NGO, Marion Nduta, has said. This has been the news on the new segment of Agriculture in Focus. Thank you for staying with us. There's lots more coming your way. I am Abigail Stowe.
Abigail Stowe, thanks for the news. I will now hand you over to Timmy Simpson for Common Sense Agriculture.
Welcome to Common Sense Agriculture, our low-hanging insights into farming and agribusiness. My name is Timmy Simpson. What is comparative advantage? Comparative advantage is a country's ability to produce a particular good or service at a lower opportunity cost than its trading partners. A person has a comparative advantage at producing something if he can produce it at lower cost than others. David Ricardo's widely acclaimed comparative advantage theory suggests that nations can gain an international trade advantage when they focus on producing goods that produce the lowest opportunity cost as compared to other nations. The two sources of comparative advantage are endowment of natural resources and climate. And when translated and applied in the agricultural sector, these factors play out significantly and account for why certain crops flourish more and better in some regions or parts of the country than in others. However, the existence of a comparative advantage is in turn affected by things such as abundance, productivity, cost of labor, land, capital, technology, and education, among others. The common sense here is to take cognizance of the natural resources, technology, and climatic conditions of your immediate location as you embark on any form of farming or agricultural practice, and leverage on the comparative advantage therein for the sustainability and profitability of your agricultural engagement. Until we come your way again, be guided by these low-hanging insights on farming and agribusiness from Agriculture in Focus. My name is Timmy Simpson.
Timmy Simpson, as always, thanks for your words of wisdom. I will now hand you over to Balogun Anthony for Trending Fields.
You're welcome to Trending Fields here on Agriculture in Focus. Now, in this segment, we will be highlighting agricultural topics trending all across the internet. My name is Balogun Anthony, and thank you for joining us. Now, our first trend for today: in the heart of Japan, the future of farming is unfolding, and it is robotic. Agribusiness Incorporated's artificial intelligence wizardry is turning cucumber harvesting into a precision art at Tamikaya no Asia farm. Now, they're introducing a cucumber commanding robot cutting through vines with surgical precision. Now, meanwhile, over in Kamakura Inao Incorporated, they're sending an artificial intelligence ninja to the Netherlands for a cherry tomato heist. Now, this high-tech bot works the night shift, grabbing 40% of ripe tomatoes, leaving daylight for the human touch. Now, it's not just a high-tech showcase, it's a farming revolution. Takanori Fukao, the Tokyo University robotics guru, hints at fields transformed into dance floors for robotic ballets, and they're saying that the future is green and it's cool with artificial intelligence taking the lead. Now, for our next trend for today, in this month of December, countries around the world joined the United Nations to celebrate World Soil Day. The United Nations declared it in 2014 to remind us that the ground beneath our feet is more than just dirt. It's the starting point of all our food. Why celebrate? We're celebrating to remind us to treat our soil right, because it's not just the dirt we work on, it's the magic ingredient that grows 95% of our food. And hey, only 7.5% of the earth's surface is the superhero agricultural soil we depend on for our meals. Now, so how do we party with the soil? First, you can read up about the soil, you can start composting at home or in school, and you can visit a local garden or a farm to witness the magic of soil first hand. World Soil Day is not just about awareness, it's an invitation to get your hands dirty for a greener, healthier planet. Now, for our last trend for today, Italy's wine production is taking a hit, down 12% to 44 million hectoliters due to wild weather and mischievous fungus. Now, this means France is back in its hotspot after 9 years. Now, you can blame it on the climate change grapevine drama with floods, hailstorms, and a hint of drought. But fear not, wine lovers. Riccardo Cottarella assures us that the quality will still be top notch, even with Italy's hiccups. Now, here's the twist. Livio Priotti says Italy's wine cellar is still stacked to over 49 million hectoliters, the largest in 6 years. Now, it's not just about the volume game, it's a strategic step in response to climate or changing market taste. Now, cheers to the resilience of the Italians. Now, that's all for today here on Trending Fields on Agriculture in Focus. If you'd like to be part of the program, send us your comments, your suggestions, and your feedback as how we can improve the show to serve you better. You can follow us and send us a message on all our social media handles. The handle is at patagro_media. My name is Balogun Anthony. Thank you for joining us, and do have a great night.
And this is where we'll be drawing the curtain on today's episode of the program. It's been Agriculture in Focus, where advancing food security and agribusiness remains our mainstay. I must also add, this program is open to sponsorship. My name is Alpha Jackden.